Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? We do indeed. So, what we're going to do is bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, bada pow. That's the wrong one. We're off to a fantastic start when I already clicked the wrong thing this early in. But hey, how you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Let me just do this, let me do this, let me do that. Been a day. And I say that in the laziest way possible. Nice audio level. Wait, what? Is it too loud? I can always change it if it's too loud. Anyways, did you change something? I did. Here's the thing that I changed. I took a piece of tissue and I wrapped it around the microphone, and I put masking tape over the top, and I just like hang it there. So I guess the difference is there's a piece of tissue in between me and the mic, and that's it. Like literally just a tissue. Oh god. That's how ghetto everything is here. It's all tissues, masking tape, and plywood. Usually have to turn some people up and turn every other program down. Ah, that's a loud other bit of me. Well, I am loudmouth, so that works out. Anyways, how you all doing? Good to see you, Mana. Hope everything is well. Hope you have done the frog walk and all the other jazz and everything is good. I'm kind of giddy. I'll tell you why. It's election day down here. Election, not erection. Election day. And it's mandatory to vote, so we can't get out of it unless we're like dead or overseas, and we can't vote through postal votes and whatnot. So my day consisted of waking up late, lounging around the house like a bum, doing everything I could to avoid any kind of chore or cooking or anything like that because I was feeling lazy. And then trying to find a voting place which was not too crowded, which I eventually did on my second attempt. And then I've just sort of been watching the election results over this evening. And while I won't get political on here, let's just say that I am happy as a pig in mud at some of the things that I'm seeing. So I wouldn't exactly say that I'm a happy person generally, but it's like the not shit thing has happened. It's just like the good thing has happened. It's the not shit thing has happened. And that's always a good thing. Well, generally. I kind of like election days. Really? Hey, you must be more civic-minded than I am. I'm just like, oh god, there goes my Saturday. That's pretty much how I think of it. Fun fact, I did actually forget to vote one time and got fined for it. At least I think I forgot. Because I remember getting the penalty notice in the mail saying, you didn't vote, we're going to bill you $200. I'm like, oh really? I didn't waste my Saturday, you're going to try and charge me for it? No thanks, buddy. So I appealed it and they dropped it. But I legitimately, to this day, do not remember if I actually forgot to vote or if I did actually legitimately vote and they just didn't tick me off on the rolls properly or some nonsense like that happened. But in any case, hardened criminal, I got off scot-free and YOLO. I saw a news video about Australia now that you mention it, but I haven't watched it yet. The TLDR, our version of Trump didn't win, and everyone's laughing at him because he got booted out of politics. It was fun. Anyways, that's pretty much all I've been up to today. Hey Pebbles, how you doing? Yes, the Trump effect. Yeah. That shit just doesn't work down here. We're Australians, we're not American. You try to bring that stuff here, and everyone just goes, yeah, right, mate. It takes another swig. But yeah, because I am suitably energized and crazed and have that manic energy. When I say manic energy, I'm like 5% more active than I normally am. We're going to jump into some Dying Light 2, which is parkour and zombies and 15 years after the end of civilization as we know it, so it should be fantastic. Just my jam. He's doing a good job for every country but America right now. Holy shit. You got that right. This is why there's so many rumors about him being a Russian agent, because it's like everything he's doing is reducing the soft power that America has held for over 100 years, weakening the Americans, reducing their defense posture, making them untrustworthy as allies, which seems to be the exact opposite of all of the good things they had for the last, 100 years since the end of World War II, because America, World War II, they were pretty beastly. They were pretty amazing. Yeah, they suffered a lot, but they came out on top, and they really, soft power. I'm telling you, they had it. And that's all just gone bye-bye. Like I said, we're not going to get too political here, because who am I? I'm just a random dude. I don't know shit. It's not going great for us. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I'm reminded of that meme, which is just that cat that's like standing up on its hind legs, looking over in the distance, just going, "What the fuck they doing over there?" That's basically me when I look at the news. I'm just like, "Holy, what are you guys okay over there?" And that's basically the extent of it. Anyways, I hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is hydrated, full, happy, got shelter, not wearing 2 pairs of glasses. And yeah, that's just life. So, thriving, love it, living the dream. Yeah, we'd enjoy the W's when we get them. That's bloody well true. They are few and far between, so them W's, we need to cling to them. What's that old meme? It's, I've seen various forms of it, but it's basically when a man gets complimented, he hangs onto the memory for like 30 years, and he just wheels it out from time to time. We gotta do that with our W's. Yeah, that's pretty much been my Saturday, is laze around like a bum, vote, watch the election coverage unfolding, and just go, holy crap, in a good kind of way. And I very much need to get back on track with my university studies, because I have not looked at any of that in over a week. Which is kind of bad, because I have an assignment due next month, and I have not started it, looked at it, read it, or have any idea about it. And I'm already going to be skating on thin ice for the first one I submitted, but YOLO. Anyways. You are. I am. Am I? Am I Ginger? Am I? Are you? Are any of us? I always find it funny that Rene Descartes, I think he was French. He's the dude who came up with the whole I think, therefore I am. If you actually read his essay in the very beginning, he basically talks about how he's sitting in his favorite chair and he's dressing down in front of a fireplace. Just he shares that fact with us, the reader, before he breaks down his philosophy, which is essentially we have no concrete evidence for the existence of anything at all except our own thoughts. And his experiment was basically, well, if we have some amazing demon that could theoretically trick me into thinking the world is real, I have to doubt everything. The one thing I cannot doubt is myself, because I am thinking and actually questioning this, which was pretty interesting. Then, of course, there are other philosophers who have come along and said, is consciousness even real? And that sort of blew my mind. That's just like, okay, that's gone too far, buddy. Well, you are indeed, and you are cool. I am very cool, temperature-wise, because it's actually getting cold. We're going into winter. I am so cold I have broken out the sweatpants and the hoodie, and I am currently huddled around my desk, holding my hands over my computer and just feeling the warmth come out of it. That's how I'm going to stay warm this winter, just run the computer all the time. Probably be cheaper than a fan, than the air conditioner. But anyways, I have waffled on for far too long in an uninteresting way, so we're going to jump into it. I guess the only other thing I did today was I've had a Raspberry Pi sitting on my TV unit for months, and I have always thought to myself, I need to do something with that. That's a very interesting single board computer. Use it for something, set up a server, do something. And I just never have done anything with it. I did set it up as a server once for like 5 minutes just to do it, and then I was like, well, I don't actually need this, so let's just turn it off. And then now it's on my desk with a new operating system installed, and I just have to do something with it tomorrow and actually use the blasted thing. I guess I'll just turn it into a NAS. Because looking at my junk drawer of parts, I do have 2 hard drives that are just sitting there not doing anything, so, you know, plug them in. Very rudimentary NAS. Probably not the best use for a Pi, but yeah, I'll get the job done. Get a little room heater. See, I'm cheap. I'd rather just put on a hoodie and shiver to stay warm rather than invest in a heater. I do have a fan though, and absolutely I have air conditioning, and I will use it in summer when it gets too hot. Love the cold, can't stand the heat. Watched an anime recently where the characters often recite quotes like that to explain what their thoughts and ideology, but I'm too dumb to keep up with them. Here's the thing, the vast majority of the human race, including myself, are absolute idiots. More often than not, people who are quoting these things have no understanding of what they actually mean. They just learn to recite it and parrot it. They don't actually think about it. And the ones that do will often hide their lack of knowledge behind words and phrases which don't really mean much. Plain speak, the smart ones. Thoughts are the only real thing is such a nice idea to realize how easy minds are to manipulate and how unstable thoughts are. It's... No, that is actually a very interesting thing. And it's both very true and very interesting. Because whilst Descartes is... I'm probably saying that wrong. René Descartes is... His idea was, I think, therefore I am. The fact that I'm thinking means that I am real. That's the only thing can ever be proven. But if there's things which are influencing the way he thinks, i.e. propaganda and the rest of it, does that not prove the existence of some other mind, at least one? Well, it's irrelevant because he's still thinking. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's given me something to think about. Just get a gaming laptop that can double as a heater. That is true. I do have a gaming laptop. It currently sits in another room doing absolutely nothing. The reason for that is I start with the laptop and I thought, oh, I only need one computer, it'll be great. And then I built the desktop and I'm like, I only need one computer, it'll be great. And I only use the one computer. I can easily set it up for them to sync files between each other and be on the same network and whatnot. I just use one thing. I'm happy with my one thing because I am stupid. And simple is best. But anyways, on that note, and I am going to think about what you said, Ginger, just a little bit more, because that is actually a very interesting idea. Yes, I am stupid. I know, right? I'm glad someone acknowledges my stupidity. But on that note, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to fire up Dying Light 2, hope it works, and yeah. I will soon have 4 computers. Technically, I have 1, 2, 3... Technically, I have 1 desktop, 2 laptops, and 1 single board computer. Within arm's reach, I have the desktop, which I'm obviously not going to mess with because I'm streaming with it. I have the single board computer on my desk, and I have the laptop down by my side. Once I get epic money of like $200 to get everything set up for them. As in programs or subscriptions? I thoroughly encourage you to use Linux because it's free, it's open source, it's fantastic, but it's not for everyone. And you also...
is a vulnerable thing, a whim of circumstance.
Let me very quickly capture that.
At any time, the smallest flap of a butterfly's wings may set catastrophe in motion. Haran, an entire city wiped from the map. Those left behind there did not stand a chance. The world's greatest minds came together and found a vaccine against the Haran virus. Finally, mankind had prevailed against the disease. But people always want more.
People always want more.
Despite a promise to shutter its labs, the GRE continued its research in secrecy for military purposes.
This is where the risk and the insurance guys would say, no, it's not worth it.
Once more. The fall happened more rapidly than anyone could have predicted. The few who survived now live in small enclaves. The only means of contact between distant human settlements are lone individuals, brave or desperate enough to travel on their own across dangerous wastelands. They are known as pilgrims. Somewhere on the map, one city is still standing. A city isolated from the outside world. A city with special rules. Now, it's the last bastion of humanity. A chance for us to learn from history. And for once, make the right choices.
This is where we have the old war.
Because every choice you
War
make
never changes.
shapes the future. Irreversibly.
But what if I don't want to stay human? I'm a VTuber after all. I take the thoughts quotes to be about questioning whether anything outside of our own thoughts is actually real. The only thing you can really confirm the existence of is your own thoughts. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. That's exactly what Disguise was talking about. Especially if you know much about human biology and how our brains and central nervous systems work. So we're getting into Matrix territory here, but theoretically, what I perceive as reality is basically electrical impulses going from my nerves to my brain. That's why the Matrix and Neo and the pod and so forth makes a kind of sense, because the brain just interprets electrical signals as whatever's true. So you can't trust your senses, you can't trust anything as actually real. Your thoughts can be trusted, is the theory, because what could possibly fake those? But as Ginger mentioned just a moment ago, theoretically, there's propaganda which influences you, and how much of you is actually your own thoughts versus just instinct and baked-in behaviors and whatnot. So it's kind of horrifying to think about it. Sub what? Are we supposed to pay for software stuff too now? Ew, I know, right? I mean, I'll pay for good software. I will. But I like permanent lifetime licenses as opposed to subscriptions. I hate subscription services. I have exactly one subscription service, which is Apple Music, because I use it every single day. But even then, that's the one that I could live without that. Hey, Eagle Psych, welcome in. Dying Light 2 campaign? Hell yeah. It's been a long time coming. I always said that I'd start Dying Light 2 eventually, and I just got delayed and delayed, but now we're doing it. Can't believe they made a virus that sends people into League Plaguers. I know, right? That's got to be a war crime in and of itself. One thing I need to do real quick, because it is bugging me, and I love how the game's just like, bugging you? Let me do that. We just go... there we go. It's still a bit janky, but janky's my middle name, basically. The RPG elements are unreal at times. I'm looking forward to it. As you can see, I've played this game for exactly 1 minute and 21 seconds. An absolute travesty, I tell you. Steampunk Janky Plague. I know, right? That's what I need to change my name to, is the Jank Plague. Or just Accident Prone, maybe Rube Goldberg, they all work. Normal, 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 normal. We'll do offline for now. Sure, we'll play the prologue. do 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 dun 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 da 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 da. It's only 11 years away. Not today, Satan. Not today.
You still got it.
You know, this game used to be more fun.
And you used to be younger.
And dumber.
What matters is you're still just as fast. Because a slow pilgrim
Yeah,
is
a dead pilgrim. Yeah, I know.
Get up here. I want to show you something.
You know, the first thing I did when I fired up this game to make sure it worked, is I literally just jumped down there. I'm like, game, you can't tell me what to do. Jump. Let me catch up and chat real quick before I jump into it. We had just advanced meat computers running a decently complex flesh mechs. Technically, no free will cause the decision making. It's just a complex calculation based entirely on the input that our brain receives so far. Sometimes I like to think about it to give myself some existential dread before going to sleep. I mean, that is suitably horrifying to go to sleep to, but there are worse things in the world. I suppose it depends on each person's personal beliefs as well. You've got some out there who would wheel out religion and destiny and whatnot and say, well, yes, we are humans, we are biological, but we have divine purpose and whatnot, which probably changes the equation slightly, but to each their own. Probably gives a lot of context to Dying Light 1 ending. Yes, it does. I think you just decoded humanity. True. Remember him playing Spike? No. Essentially, what I am is nothing more than what everything around me used to be. All the thoughts in my head aren't even my own. True. We are basically instincts and biological impulses and responses mixed with various cultural taboos and what's appropriate and so forth and so on and so forth. I remember having a conversation with a colleague of mine years ago where we basically said, theoretically, if you took a bunch of children and you dropped them on an island and they had no memory of culture or anything like that, they'd probably still do the same things we do. They'd still make up the same rules. Spike is from Dying Light 1. Remember the first guy that gives you your first task? Oh. I did not know that. I had a hunch that he'd be somehow related to the first one, but I honestly just don't remember him. I certainly do remember that the voice actor that we have for our protagonist is the same one who voiced the Dying Light 1 character, but they are different people. So that's true. Alright, let's roll. That's him, the first guy from Dying Light 1. Wait. Didn't the first dude from Dying Light 1 turn into one of the infected and spread it outside Haran? Pretty sure that's what we saw at the end of the DLC, the following. I'm going the wrong way intentionally, I just want to have a look around. And we're not seeing any options to loot either, which is sad. The first task mask, if you want to call him. Something in the DLC is not canon as far as the game goes. Okay. Theoretically, if you had a computer which calculated every atom, electrical impulse in the universe, it would be able to predict what you had for breakfast in 10 years. True. There is a degree of randomness there, though. So even in the universe, some things are random. It can make a very reasonable prediction, but not 100%.
Shit, man. You're still strong.
Protein shakes. I always wonder what would happen to bodybuilders and whatnot during the apocalypse when you can't get all that protein. Oops.
Thanks. It's good to see you, Spike. I mean, how long has it been?
Far too long. But don't get all mushy on me now. Come, I want to show you something.
You know, we're getting all mushy every once in a while, you know what I'm saying?
Where we going?
You'll see. It's incredible.
What's incredible?
Most pilgrims don't last 2-3 years on the road. You've been kicking around for what? 4 years now? And you're still alive.
So are you.
I know, but I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Seriously, I wish I had as much energy as you. Got a new lead on Jane?
Nah, trail went cold after New Paris.
Which route did you take? Through Baines or Gary?
Baines. What a shithole. Some 5 rickety huts left and a ramshackle fence. Nobody there had heard of her.
So she must have gone to Gary. In that case, I'll head north. Look at that. A beehive full of honey. Can't let an opportunity like this go to waste.
No way.
Oh, look around. If we're lucky, there's chamomile growing here too.
I like how the bees don't like sting us or anything. Without smoke, we don't have any protection.
We've known each other for a long time, but I'll still get pissed off at you if you don't hurry.
There's what we're looking for. Chamomile.
Yeah, this'll do.
You remember that old herbalist we helped escort to her village?
Oh, yeah, the one that had that saying, remember, chamomile and honey are gifts that keep giving.
Combine them and lucky you, you just might go on living.
Da 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 da. It's O to go to the crafting menu.
I've never seen this side of you.
Why not C? That doesn't make sense. C for crafting. Da, 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 da. The virus broke out because of GRF Dynamite 1. We can't even predict the weather in 3 days. Don't worry too much about it. True. That's sort of the promise of quantum computing and the power that that provides, but we'll see if that turns out or not. In theory, yeah, it does. It does. It is potentially possible. At least we get quantum stuff, losing something to quantum energy and just demonstrating a computer might change the outcome. True. Gameplay scavenger. Why does I say scavenger? 2 Pro for real honey, apparently. Can't wait for quantum stuff to get advanced enough to install a GPU inside my PC. I don't know if we're going to get consumer level quantum stuff for a while. We're only just getting consumer level oh bloody hell, what's the name of it? I've forgotten it. Risk processors and stuff. So they've been out for a while. The technology was developed a long time ago. They just didn't really do anything. We're only just getting RISC-V computer boards that are inexpensive enough for consumers and tinkerers and hobbyists to get hold of them and start working on those. So I think quantum's going to be a long way away given the price, the cooling requirements, etc. It would be pretty interesting to have access to one though. Wouldn't be surprised if a computer somehow predicted what I would eat in a day. It's probably not too hard, it's just a lot of variables. Getting it small enough to work as a computer component would be one of the greatest achievements in physics and mechanics and IT, pretty much all science fields. True. Let it predict your food, then intentionally eat something else to break reality. But theoretically, you could predict that as well. It would understand you well enough to know, okay, you're even thinking about going against its prediction. So that's the tricky part. Crafting ingredients over there. That's the blueprints. Okie dokie. Got myself some goodies.
Come on, we're almost there. This is it. Come on.
Leaving that open seems a bit dangerous, but okay.
Wow.
Somebody had a nice crib.
I want to use to generate Minecraft worlds a bit faster. A bit. It's called trolling technology raised against the machine. Hey, I love it. Can't wait to install a small nuclear core into my computer. The toxic and not toxic relationship between you and your coffee machine. I mean, living gate partnership is totally fine. I know, right? It's not like we're in a zombie apocalypse and they can get through that. But welcome in, Doobie. Hope you're doing well. Wait, did you get any sleep after your stream, or are you just staying awake the whole time? Because I think you finished at like 5:36-ish your time? And then you're going to stream again the same day.
I'll try to get through here.
Ah,
from the
good, you
other
did get
side.
some sleep.
Take anything we could use.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This would be full of mosquitoes, I tell you. Need anti-radiation suits just to use it. I mean, the Soviets developed portable nuclear batteries, and they abandoned them after the collapse of the Union, so it didn't quite end well, but they technically had them. They were the size of washing machines, though, from the pictures I've seen. Just make the box for it to absorb, and I don't know, use it to get more. I mean, we've sort of abandoned nuclear technology, which I think was a bit of a shame, because it had... It still does have some amazing benefits, but people are just too terrified of it. Anything in these Tupperware containers? No. Well, speaking of Tupperware containers, I actually saw this on TikTok, and I'm like, there's no way this is real. And I tried it, and it was real. So, if you're like me and you use Tupperware containers to store your food and leftovers for like lunch the next day, you might have a case where the Tupperware container gets stained on the inside from the sauces. Like I cook a lot of stuff with like tomato in it, so it's usually like this kind of red stain at the bottom. I wash them, of course, but even after they're washed, it keeps that kind of orange stain. What I saw was you fill the Tupperware container with water, dish soap, and a piece of paper towel, or 2 pieces. You close the Tupperware container with the paper towel inside, and then you basically spin it for like 60 seconds to 2 minutes, just in your hand, just swirl the water really vigorously. When you tip out the water and the paper towel takes most of the stains out of the Tupperware. It gets it like 90% clean, and I could probably just go another round and get it all the way clean, but that's something that I saw on TikTok, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this works. It does. So I'm no longer self-conscious about my Tupperware having these orange stains on the inside, no matter how much I clean them. So, yeah, hopefully it helps. If tech companies locked in and actually tried to invent something cool, we'd have such amazing PCs. True, but unfortunately tech companies these days are more focused on chasing them consumer dollars. I mean, look at the iPhone 15 to 16. They don't really change anything anymore. But people still buy them by the millions. And that's all the bean counter to look at these days.
Empty. Party. But by then the GRE would have long since lost control of the virus.
I actually like, because I started this game when it first came out, and I saw this part of it, and then I dropped it and just never came back to it, so I've seen this. I really like this idea. And you'll see more of what I mean as we progress.
Nothing here.
I'll try that later then. Hey, I hope it helps. We'll help my dish cleaning sessions later. I agree with you, but the issue is the power requirements and supply, like our current energy generation still. Yeah, that is true. Like, we have the technology to have robots that are reasonably effective and other things like it. The problem is we lack power in the long term. Now, if carbon batteries do turn out to be as amazing as we think, and the technology is still being explored, that could probably fix that. But the problem is you have to consider lithium battery technology, how heavy the batteries need to be, how much energy whatever machine is, and how long it needs to be recharged. What the heck is this? Is there any hope for the thousands of people trapped in Haran? So I guess they were abandoned after the outbreak. Or remain trapped forevermore. Renewable sources of energy.
What the?
Ooh, protein.
Yeah, just rats.
I think it's time we parted ways.
Why?
I'm starting to worry about you. And you know our saying. If you're starting to worry about someone, it means it's time to go.
So you know, do the human thing of actually caring for another human being. And it's like, yeah, I need to ditch you now. Imagine a nuclear-powered computer with a GPU taking some of the GPU's work. Pretty portable, doesn't need to be plugged in. Half GPU's joke can be handled by the QPU. They can work together with so much FPS. Most efficient, amazing cooling ever for the components. They go hard with overclocking it into oblivion. Carrying too hard, easier to leave. Agreed. That seems like a bad idea in the case of an apocalypse. Yes, stick together. Do not separate. Unless the person is basically a danger to themselves and others, in which case, yeah, you do need to ditch them. But if we've survived this long, you know, safety in numbers. But maybe we're all just too sensible in this regard. I've sort of reached, just to come back to your point, Ginger, I've sort of reached the point where I'm happy with most technology and I don't really see it getting interesting enough to justify upgrading, if that makes sense. All the games I want to play work on my current rig. My phones, for example, can run any game, they can do anything. I'm not particularly interested in upgrading anymore, so if something new and amazing came out, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But it wouldn't be interesting enough for me to justify spending money on it yet. I think we've plateaued to the point when every normal consumer is just like, you know what, this is good enough. I am only a danger to people that are a danger to my friends. I mean, hey, I think most of us would be in an apocalypse. Yes, that is a lovely Bit of Art Deco furniture.
And that's what they called art?
I know, right? Stunning. For those who missed the introduction, I'm a little bit spicy today because there was some rather good news that came through, and I'm just like, yay, and I'm all giddy. It'll pass in time.
I wonder how the wine tasted back then.
Whoa, I was expecting to play it, not punch it.
Hoodoo you voodoo. Sounds familiar.
More so because in a world like this, it's easy to lose people, so probably making sure not to get too attached. True. Good news is always nice, at least. Exactly. And I suppose these guys have a dangerous job being runners who actively leave settlements and cities going between them, so they're more at risk. It makes more sense for them to abandon each other than ordinary people who might be more inclined to stick together and like not leave house. Not even the apocalypse that literally bites throat straight of anyone who's a threat to any of my friends. I mean, yeah, I have nothing to say to that because I've got my own crew of friends, and if anything ever popped up, I'd be the one to help hide the body. Not an admission of guilt, mind you. It's just a metaphor for, yes, I am loyal to my friends if anything happens. Kind of a no questions. But it's sort of a double-edged sword where you've got your best friends. Metaphorically speaking, of course, it'd be like, if they needed help, yes, you'd hide the body, but they'd also care about you enough that they wouldn't ask you to either. So you'd never get into that situation. And yes, I have had exactly this conversation with my friends before. Purely hypothetical, of course. Anyways, on to a less incriminating topic. So how about that sports ball? Wherever plague, the story also covers the backstory of other pilgrims in Aden as well. All very topical then, because, you know, plague.
Nada. Zip.
He ignores all the other cool stuff he's picked up in the last 5 minutes. Piano is a hiding place. Are we going to get under there? Yes, okay. This is the interesting part. Sorry, Dave. Goodbye.
It's heartbreaking.
There's nothing like a party to celebrate the end of the world.
They died on their own terms.
Let's hope we get that lucky too. I'll see what's upstairs. You check out the garden, okay?
Okay.
I could legitimately see people doing this if things got bad enough. And personally, I would not have a problem if people chose this. They really didn't hold back. That looks like kids, based on the size of them. would be full of mosquitoes, I tell you. At the place I work now, just down the road, there's a bigger building, and there's literally a fountain with stagnant water in it. I get itchy just walking past it because I know it's a breeding ground of mosquitoes. We didn't leave for good, just chilling till you die, lol. There's a legitimate argument to be made. If the world's coming to an end, do you fight on or do you make a choice to exit on your own terms? I leave it up to each person to decide. If things get that bad, it really is up to them.
At least they had each other.
Wait, there is something there.
She was classy.
Mosquitoes. Does the best place get by? Exactly. The question is, are my friends fine? If so, fight to see them. If not, then there's no point. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being a legitimate reason to either fight on or make a choice that it's not worth it. Because I'm going to mention this last thing, but then it's getting kind of grim, so I'm going to change topics very subtly. Life is an equation, if you think about it. As long as things remain good enough, then the equation stays balanced in a positive direction. You want to keep going, but if the equation tips too far in one direction, then it is very much a case of, is it worth it? And some people might decide, no, it's not. But that's getting very much into Albert Camus and a very famous essay he wrote, which was, oh, criminy, what was the name of the essay? I forget the name of it, but it ends with, one must imagine Sisyphus happy. A little bit, there's like one line after that, but that's the part that really stands out. Anyways, like I said, grim topic, let us very subtly change to something happier. These are probably photographs of actual developers who worked on the game.
Dearest Mary, I'm sorry I ran from you. They say that once the virus makes you turn, you're gone forever. That can't be true. I know you're still in there, underneath all that pain and disease. I'm coming to join you. No more running. God.
Abe, come here. Check this out.
I want a vinyl player like that. My one, I do have one, but mine's kind of... It's, like, cheap, honestly. I want one of the fancy ones, but I can't justify the price to myself, so I have to just say no. And it's not like I would get any better quality if I did upgrade to a new player. Sound quality is not exactly what vinyl's known for. Oh, actually, fun fact, solar panels degrade over time and they lose the performance. These puppies would be good for 15 to 20 years and then eventually the performance would degrade so much you wouldn't get any kind of meaningful electricity out of them. So if you're ever in a situation where it's like, we'll have solar panels and that'll provide free electricity for the rest of the apocalypse, you'll get a long time out of them. Long time. But the performance is going to start dropping, and after about 15 to 20 years, they are kaput, and there's no one manufacturing new ones after that, so you are going to have to go back to flint and steel eventually. But 15 years is a good long time, so...
Sit down, buddy. For you.
A gift?
A gift from the heavens, to be more accurate. I've just found it, by the owner's dead body. May it be of more use to you. Here.
15-year-old
It's
beer.
gone flat.
Look at you and your sophisticated palate. Drink. Who would have thought the end of the world could be so peaceful?
At least until night falls.
True. I wish Crane could have seen this.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
Green was the protagonist of the first game.
I tracked down that guy for you.
What guy?
Quit pretending. You became a pilgrim to track that fucker down. Waltz. I found someone who knows him.
Wait, what? And you're only telling me now?
When I tossed you a beer, thought you guessed right away we were celebrating. The guy's in Villador. Supposedly he knows something about Waltz.
Villador. So I'm that close, huh? Hey, I got a favor to ask you. You deliver this to Gary? It's on your way. People don't like pilgrims there, but they pay well.
And where do people like pilgrims?
Well, they're afraid of us. Everyone does their best to survive.
Maybe. But when something needs to be transported through the hordes of infected, then suddenly they're knocking on our doors. All right, but you owe me one.
Not just one. So what about that guy?
Well, I talked to him over the radio. He didn't tell me his name. Sounds like he's got something to hide. See that antenna on the hill? That'll help you contact the informant. He'll be listening for you at dawn on a frequency of 140.200 megahertz. Told him he'd hear from you soon.
What does he want in return?
Didn't say. But he didn't sound like the kind of guy who does things for free.
I don't think that kind of guy exists.
What? What about me?
You're an old fart who likes racing me, and makes me ask around about his crazy girlfriend.
Hey. She's not crazy. Jane's just maybe, well, a little hot-headed. And she's always getting herself into trouble. But if you could get a load of her...
Whoa, all right. Still too early in the evening for that sort of talk.
Eyes? I was going to say eyes. Beautiful. Steely. Huge.
Never heard anyone get so worked up about gray eyes.
Because you don't know shit about the world, let alone women.
You're probably right.
I'm telling you, I'll finally find Jane. We'll set up a house. We're gonna live there. No one's gonna drive us out. And I'll stop wondering like a moron.
I'll drink to that.
And that Waltz. What's his deal? Is he family?
No, not at all.
Then why are you looking for him? Will you tell me sometime?
Yeah, one day.
Well, my time's up.
So when will I see you again, huh? In another 2 years?
Maybe. Take care, man. I hope you find that Waltz guy, or whoever you're looking for. And remember, 140.200 megahertz. At dawn, the guy's waiting for you.
Typical introverts. I'll see you in 2 years and they're still friends. Which, honestly, that is me. Oh dear. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Could make a note to start making more before the 15-20 year mark. I mean, true, but the problem is we'd lose the knowledge of manufacturing and the technology to make the panels. So, it wouldn't kind of not work, but... You're able to increase electricity life under 20 years at least. Oh, the panels will still work. The efficiency degrades over time as a kind of curve, and eventually they'll reach the point where they're just so useless that they're not worth it. They'll just tingle as opposed to being meaningful as power. Nature's Craig. Mentions Crane. Appreciate friends free use that. Free XP. Go tell your bestie you love them. Amen. Always checking on your friends. Always checking with your friends. Sometimes just saying hello is all that they're going to need. I've been lucky enough that I've never had anyone in a position of like serious drama or trouble where they've needed someone to talk them down. And I'm very, very grateful for that fact, but still just saying hello is enough to brighten someone's day. Say hello to your homies. So there goes our best friend. We'll see him in 2 years maybe. Ooh. Seesaw. Does it work or is it just a set piece? It works! Good to know that even in the apocalypse I can still play on the seesaw. Oh, the swings are gone. I was about to say, do they actually move or are they just stuck there? But it's little things like this which I enjoy about games where it's not just like an asset that doesn't move. You can actually interact with it, even though it's not. Like, someone had to code this. Someone had to test it to make sure it worked. It's just fun. Pretty sure that doesn't actually spin, but it'd be cool if it did. Anyways, on with the story. We just open it. I love loving friends. Oh, that's nice. 2 years to beat the game. I mean, I'd probably take 2 years to beat it, yeah. I was being lazy. But I did play Dying Light 1 for months, it feels like. Those games are huge. So, not too surprising, but welcome in, Putty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me just do the thing. Let me just do the thing. There we go. Let me if you want to co-op on this. Hey, I'll give it a shot. Actually allergic to routines. Really? I like my routines. They're the only way I get anything done. So we got to get on down there. Now, in the previous game, I'm pretty sure we could just jump from here and be fine. But I have a feeling that that wouldn't work in this one. But, yeah, welcome in, Putty. It really does feel like something's running around in these woods with us. Ooh. There's bees. I would prefer proper medicine to just herbal remedies, but I'll take what I can get. Actually cannot form addictions that last more than a week, let alone a routine habit. Because you just move on to the next thing, right? We can go that way. Go down that way. I don't want to go this way for a bit and see if there's anything over here. Oh. I don't like games which are like, oh, you're leaving the mission area. I'm just like, damn it, I should want to go. Let me go where I want to go. Can't tell me what to do. Mine are just stack overflows. What stack overflows? Eat a few dandelions and walk it off. No need for proper meds. I know, right? Love my friends is becoming one. Oh. I should probably craft some more of this. I should probably heal up as well. There we go. Always have full health bar if you can. Oh. Oh, I see zombies. Actually end up enjoying withdrawal symptoms more than the thing I get addicted to because it feels all cool and fresh. Really? Huh. I've never had that. Because I often change hobbies and try all the different things and different approaches and whatnot very regularly. And I find it very easy to drop something and pick up the next thing and not worry about too much about it. But I've never had like withdrawal from a thing. Even if I spent months at it. I mean, I've had withdrawal from things like coffee and energy drinks and what have you. Guessing we creep up on this dude and smack him around the back of the head.
Biters.
Yep, he's on his feet. How fast are you, buddy? There's stomp. Yeah, there is. How you doing, buddy? Hello. I don't have any loot. For shame. Hey, buddy. I keep having this urge to do a run and a kick, but I don't think I've unlocked that yet, so I'm going to get myself into trouble. I don't think there's anything out here. I know feeling bad sucks and all that, but have you tried the slave rabbit? Come on, no you wanna. I do find it interesting how our own minds conspire against us from time to time. It's like, hey, we're in this survival thing together. Can we not, you know, work against each other? The brain's just like, yeah, nah. Okay. Ugh, they really did a number on him. I think that's all the loot. Hello. There's no looting option. I'm disappointed. Come here, you. Oh, there's a search option. There we go. Maybe I just wasn't getting close enough and it wasn't triggering. Yeah, I can't wait to start can't speak today. I cannot wait to start unlocking some upgrades, because I would very much like some better abilities. Like, I distinctly remember there was like a kick ability in the first game where you'd run and then you could kick them. Or you could tackle them. I think the game wants us to go up there. Let's not do that. Can we get up here, or is it... Oh yeah, we can. Nothing over here though, so... I always do this when it comes to video games, where it's like, okay, go here, and I'm just like, no. You're gonna have to climb inside the bus. Okay, I'm guessing the yellow stuff. Ooh. How is there anything left after 15 years? That's the part I don't get. I mean, that one isn't fully against me because I'm pretty immune to actual addictions like alcohol and stuff like that. I generally find that I don't have too much of a problem with addictions. I mean, that's what all addicts say. But what I mean is, like, I drank way too much energy drink back in the day. And I was like, okay, this is actually a problem for me. And it could be considered to be an addiction because I had like 2 or 3 cans a day. But I was very easily able to say, okay, I'm stopping this behavior. And then just stop drinking them for months. Stealth section. Just chilling. I see videos of people who are walking around in the US. I think it's LA and some other cities, and they have, when they're sort of doing like the vlogs and stuff, you can see drug addicts who are just like that on the streets. Like literally just bent over and they're kind of zoned out. That's what this reminds me of. Except those guys are just out of it as opposed to these things will actually attack and eat us. We're not careful. Welcome to Misty Forest. Perfect place to take your loved ones for a holiday. I suck at doing this accent. Forest retention area. Please do not disturb the local wildlife. Well, no. I'm going to disturb the zombies because, you know, I can. God bless the USA. I think every people has their dark night of the soul, which they need to come out of. Happens to us all. Certainly doesn't mean we can't still be friends. How do we not have tetanus by now? Those are rusty as and we're using our bare hands. Oy, oy, oy. Ooh. I'm still astonished that we're not getting stung by bees. I mean, I know it's a mechanic in the game, but I'm just like, come on, bees are going to get a bit aggressive if we go after their honey. And we're doing the zip line with our bare hands too. We would lose all the skin on our hands and we just have gristle and bone left if we're not careful. Do not underestimate friction. Definitely some marks. I know, right? Just don't have skin. I mean, a sentient pudding slime like yourself can say that because, you know, sentient pudding slime. But us humans, we need skin. It's our biggest organ. It's our biggest selling point. Oh crap, there's usually the big ones in dark caves like this. Oh, now we can kick. Hey, buddy. I was kind of hoping to kick him off the edge, because that's always funny, but guess not. Instant thought is just, already got zombies? Do you really need to worry about? Squelchy, squelchy. Hey, sir. How you doing? Hope you're having a fun evening. There we go. Oop. Where's my screen suddenly frozen? There we go. Let's see. Oh, the game's going to force us to look at the menu before we can progress. Somebody died by jumping? Nice. I know, right? Skill issue. Doing alright? How have you been? It's been a while. I've been doing good. I am completely recovered from all of the shenanigans which caused me to take a hiatus in the first place. I am slowly coming back, getting back into my groove. I'll be doing shorter streams, in the beginning at least, but then again, I never stream for too many hours because anything more than 4 is a little bit more than I can usually do. Yeah, thanks for hopping in. Are we winning? We are winning, son. Absolutely. I jump. Okay. Done. So then we've got our skill trees unlocked, and of course there'll be a combat version as well. Nice.
Almost there.
We need 10 hours from me. I would probably... Yeah, I know. So, Pebbles and Doobie, both of you do like 8 to 10 hour streams from time to time, and I'm just like, holy crap, how do you do that? 7 hours nearly killed me. Oh, hang on. Which is weird, because I can do an 8-hour workday just fine. Maybe We just need to try a 12-hour stream at one point. Just go for it. Okay, night is terrifying in this game. We have to be careful. Just can you do that to yourself unless it's by virtue of not paying attention at the time. True that, you just build it up over time. Yeah, that's true. Literally just from not paying attention what time it is. Just need breaks. I think breaks is the solution, yeah. I went to that cutscene % run of Guide and I was side journey because I knew it would be minimum 6 hours. The nights aren't nearly as scary as Dying Light 1. We'll have to see, because the reason I like the Dying Light franchise so much was...
It's already dark. It's time to hide somewhere for the night. It won't get any better than this.
Was because in a lot of games they say, oh, nighttime is coming, nighttime's scary, and then you're actually running around at night, and it's like, okay, this is normal, this is fine. With the Dying Light franchise, it was like, no, nighttime predators come out and they can destroy you in 1 to 2 hits. You need to be afraid of the nighttime. It was legitimate. Okay. I think we want the other one. So, inventory. There we go. Slicey, slicey.
What the hell is that?
I'll get you. Exactly, I am doomed. Doomed, I say. Power attacks. Oh, I hate QuickTime events. So basically, spacebar to jump back in time. Oh. Whoa, didn't see you coming. Oh, nope, no, run, 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 run. Oh. Come on. Are we done yet? I don't have the best track record with grenades, so...
That was close.
While I know that we had this thing that we could always use, I would probably end up killing myself rather than them. Slow and steady, as it were. UTs are great though. Lol. Doing good in the overall, just struggling with my audio tuning for a microphone. I was telling Mana this at the beginning that my microphone solution is basically tissue paper wrapped around the microphone with masking tape over the top. I have the most ghetto audio solution ever. It's literally a Samsung USB-C to 3.5 dongle plugged into my computer. I don't know, mids. I don't know, I tuned mine, but even I don't know what I did. Should like that. Yeah, 100%. It's one of those things you have to keep playing with and experimenting with. I watched a YouTube video once and I'm like, I'll just do what he did. And I did that and then I didn't like it. So obviously I tried the tissue paper and masking tape trick and that seems to have done the job. Expert DIY sessions are plagued. My DIY is horrible. I'm just like, duct tape will fix everything. That's a lot of noise during a zombie apocalypse. That's not good. Let's see if there's any loot out here before we go inside. Nope. No more chamomile, no more bees. Hang on. This is open. Can I not just go in here?
The broadcast station should be here somewhere.
I do a few things. Good luck with zombies. Thanks, buddy. Duct tape almost does fix everything. I know, right? Thanks for the lurk. Good luck with the things. Oh, I missed something. Cozy little setup. It's not very defensible, but this would be a good place to wait out the apocalypse, to be honest. You'd run out of food eventually. Ooh, sharp. I think that's pretty much... Oh, we did miss a bee's nest down there. But I can't bother getting it at this point, so we'll ignore it.
Someone moved them. Not long ago. It's been moved. Okay, let's give it a try.
If you clear the flies out, yeah, that is the annoying thing. Locked the first safe zone. Safe zone's equipped with UV light. Get guarantee safety at night, and you can store your stuff. Pretty much the same as the first game.
This is it. The broadcast station.
And there's our stash. Can't remember what frequency it was. I'm just going to hope the game itself remembers, but...
Let's roll.
Yeah. Let's try all of them.
Well, you know, I came all the way from Terzawa and looked, and there's a hole in the can. Had to go all the fucking way back. Charlie says a fox bit him.
What fox? They've been extinct for over a decade. Probably some biter chomped him and he's talking crap.
But his marker's glowing green.
Well, he's already infected. What you expect? Still, you keep an eye on him.
He won't confide in me. Just makes those speeches of his to the mirror. Aitor will never be like the commander.
No, man. If they just cuffed Carl, they'd solve Lucas's murder real quick.
This business with Lucas is fucked up, but you can't take your anger out on the Bazaar.
Getting some lore.
Have you seen Dennis today?
Nope. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him for a couple of days. Why?
He went to the old GRE containers to look for medicine. Told him it'd been looted already, and that he's suicidal.
If he went alone, we might as well just dig him a grave.
Coming from one of those Bazaar idiots. Well, I was surprised.
Was gonna note what the number was, but the extra stuff just makes it worth not jumping. Yeah.
This is Aiden. Over. Anyone there looking for a pilgrim? Over. I guess I have to wait until morning.
It's just like that! From the roof! He pissed on a fucking PK! Fucking awesome!
Enough of that. Time to sleep. I'll try again in the morning.
Those are pretty much the factions in the city. So we can hear them basically griping about each other and how there's some drama. We know someone's missing. So it does give us a little bit of interesting stuff.
Aiden. Aiden, Papa Aiden. Are we running or what?
But, like, now?
No, when we're old. No, Edie.
We need supplies.
Everything's ready.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Maybe they're all dead.
You're stupid.
Let's go. Now.
Shh. It'll be all right.
Wait here.
Incredible bedside manner.
Nothing good will come of this. We were supposed to take the patients back to the city.
Don't worry. They'll let us go soon.
Edie, I'm scared.
I'm here with you. You're safe with me.
I know.
Do what I tell you.
Easy. See, sis?
Even if they separate us, this is how we'll always find each other. Lady! Not him, no! Mia!
Dr. Waltz, we won't make it. The military will be here any moment.
Wait. Close your eyes.
Fire! Fire in the lab!
That was quite a dream. Yeah, I wonder if any of it was foreshadowing. Oh, dang. Dang?
Time to contact the guy Spike was talking about.
Oh, crap, we're going through this again. I think it was 140, 138 this time. Let's just try it.
This is Aiden. I'm on frequency 140.200 megahertz.
Hello? Aiden?
Yes. I was supposed to get in touch with you.
Thought you'd change your mind. Why are you looking for Waltz, Pilgrim?
To find someone else. Her name is Mia. 15 years ago, we were in a hospital together and...
I know who you're looking for, Aiden. You want to know why Waltz was doing those experiments on all of you. Why you are stronger, more durable than others.
No.
I just want to find Mia. I've been looking for her since I left the survivors' camp. Can you help me or not?
Maybe I can. Let's meet, Pilgrim.
Where and when?
Entrance to the metro tunnel by the bay. You can get inside the tunnels through an open GRE hatch. I'll meet you there.
I take it you're not doing this for free.
I have to leave the city, but I won't make it on my own outside. Take me to New Paris, and we're even. Along the way, I'll tell you everything I know. Over and out.
Wait. I have to at least know if she's alive.
She's alive.
I mean, I could say that.
I'll see you later, Rita.
Doesn't make it true. Yeah, just tell the guy what he wants to hear. It helps. Exactly. And those broadcasts are not encrypted, which means anyone on that frequency heard the same conversation and goes, yes, I know about your person. Actually, funny story. Many, many years ago when I was a young'un, I experimented with circuitry and radios and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things that I built was this tiny little Morse code thing, so it would actually broadcast Morse code. It wasn't very powerful. It only went like a few meters or something. And I remember I got it working and I started like doing Morse code, so I found a few messages and I tried broadcasting it. And...
Hello there.
Hello indeed. Hey Fia, welcome in. And I was listening on the radio at the same time, so I had an old radio that picked up CB radio stuff, which I built from a kit, and I also had the Morse code generator, so I was trying to broadcast Morse code, and I actually had someone come through saying, I don't know who's doing this Morse code, but you're doing it on the wrong frequency, you're going to get in trouble, stop it. And I was like, oh, I had no idea about that. And that was my experience, that's my total experience to all of this. Hang on. What did I come back to that sounds wild? It wasn't that wild. It was basically just a kid playing with electronics. I was hoping there'd be some loot or something around here, but no, it seems like not. Oh, there is something. Camille. Land on mattresses, basically. What did you Morse code? Oh, it was just some generic message like hi or hello or something like that. I'd gotten it from a book. Because I don't know Morse code. I had no way of composing a message and I barely understood it, but the book was like dot dot dash dash, whatever it was, this means these things, and I repeated these couple of phrases in Morse code. And someone basically came on the radio and they started laughing. And when I say they came on the radio, it was really poor quality. Like, I was building a circuit from a kit, so it worked, and I could make out voices, but it was really, really, really faint. And it was so full of static and fuzzy, I could barely understand anyone, but I had that turned on and working, and then I did the Morse code thing, and then I heard someone just start chuckling and saying something like, is that Morse code? You're going to get into trouble if you do that on this frequency. And I'm just like, oh, crap, it's working. So I, you know, stopped doing that. But it was fun for a while it lasted. What time is it? Well, it's not that late. I'm off for now. Casually hacking into the FBI secret frequency. The FBI is not a thing in this jurisdiction, though, so I'm fine. Alright, catch you later, Pebbles. And that's the thing about Radio Mana. It's not encrypted at all. Anyone can hear anything anyone says. You just have to be on the right frequency. No hacking required. See, I get the urge to jump off this, but I think that I would probably die if I did, so let's not do that. Although maybe I'm supposed to, because we have to get over there. It just screams jump, doesn't it? Jump. No. Felt that call of the void. I know that we need to get down there, so we may as well just jump into the water and hope for the best. Hopefully we don't get a game over. The void is calling, it says doing a flip. 100% it was. friend of mine, he was telling me that we sometimes have these urges that pop into our brain, but it's more our brain trying to confirm, yeah, this is a bad thing, don't do it. That's why if you're in the kitchen and you're like washing knives, you get that urge. It's not an urge per se, it's just this thought of,
Hello?
maybe I should just cut.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. That means you must be close.
I swam across the lake.
So, you've almost reached the tunnels. There's an entrance. The only one the GRE left when they sealed off the city. I'm coming from the other side. Hurry up.
What's wrong?
Hurry.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, sometimes when you're doing the washing or you're cooking, you've got the knives, you're just like, I could cut myself with this. It's basically a weird way of your brain saying, cutting yourself would be bad, don't do it. It's an intrusive thought, is what he explained to me. I get those with train tracks. Yeah, exactly. It's scary when it happens and you don't know what it is, but when you realize that it's just the brain in its weird way trying to confirm this is a bad thing, don't do it, it kind of makes more sense. Welcome in, Faye. How you doing? Hope you got some good rest. My weapon broken. Was that kid? I knew it. I knew it without even looking. It's not a lot of loot. It doesn't really make sense to fight most of these guys. I mean, I've started though, so we'll finish this. Okay, we're not going to finish this. There's too many of them. We're not exactly getting a lot in the way of experience points fighting these guys, so... Game is all about parkour and getting around them, so that's exactly what we'll do. It was meh. Really? Well, hopefully you got some... I know it was meh, but hopefully you got some rest at least, because from what I think you mentioned on Twitter or something that...
is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves?
I think you mentioned PlayStation startup sound. No, I think you mentioned something about being tired because relatives or something like that, so... Yeah. Ooh. Let us grab all of the stuff that we can while we can. Because we're going to need it later. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Let's not fight these guys if we don't have to. I've got the urge, but at the same time, it's probably not a good idea to waste all of my weapons on these guys. Besides, once we go into the city, we're in the city. We ain't getting out for a while. Yeah, welcome in, kid. Thank you for the redeems. I just rolled around all that pose from like a week ago. Ah, okay. Post. No, just overstretched with an online game. Travel prep this weekend. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, my perception of time is non-existent. There is now, and then there was not now. That's about it. I have a feeling that's too high to get up. I have a feeling there's not a lot of stuff over here. Ooh. Hiding place, okay. I mean, we see a hiding place. Sexy saxophone music starts playing. Feels like I'm becoming... hang on, I hate going near cliffs for a similar reason. It's not quite called the void, but it's my brain spin ground. Thoughts of slipping and then my knees get weak. I get that too, but I am actively afraid of heights. So that would probably explain where that comes from. Been hungry all day, but every time I step in the kitchen I don't know what to eat and give up. I had that problem today for lunch. So I basically was like, I'm hungry and I want to eat, but I don't want to cook anything. And I open my fridge and I'm like, I've got nothing I can actually eat unless I cook it first. So I just stared at it and then closed the fridge, walked out, and then went back in, opened the fridge, looked in it, and was like, yeah, I need to cook something. And then I eventually realized, hang on a second, I've got this kind of instant rice bowl thing. Which was like chicken, rice in a container, all pre-cooked. And then I figured, well, what I could do is I could get a wrap. I could put this rice in it, and I could put some cheese in there, and I could put some sauce and some spices on it, and that's a meal. And that was lunch. And then dinner was just an omelette in a wrap. Because I couldn't be bothered making a lot of food. So I was like, 3 eggs, 15 minutes, done. I know this is not the right way, but I just want to come over and have a look. Alright, we heading up that way. It's somewhat reasonable fear, no phobia, but yeah, I think so too. Fear of heights is natural. At least I think so. Sounds like a lifesaver. Yeah, I found them recently in the supermarket. There's these little bowls. I started off with a tuna version, so it's just tuna and rice. But then the same company also made chicken and rice. They don't taste great on their own. But if you mix them with other things like cheese and some spices or maybe some chutney or something, they're actually not bad. Can we get down there? How am I going to get across that? Oof. You're not going to jump down, are you? No, you wouldn't be that silly. There we go. Okay, so how do I get over there? Okay, now I get it. Let's run and jump. There we go. Whoa. Easy. Easy peasy. The zombies with brains. Bad game. I know, right? Would I like the climbing forest? But if being level, I also get super anxious. It's kind of stupid sense of safety at the same time. I mean, even with a safety harness, I think we have instincts built into our brains to keep us alive, and that just, we can't escape that. Although you hear stories about people who free climb mountains, so it's not all true. There's a documentary called Free Solo, which is basically, I think his name's Alex Honnold or something Honnold. He's basically a free climber, which means he does actual climbing on mountains with no harness, just bare hands. And he basically went to a mountain called El Capitan in the US, which is apparently a really difficult one. And he basically climbed the entire mountain, no harness, no help, all by himself, just a bag of chalk, his hands and his shoes. And a film crew was with him, and they were on the side with ropes and everything, and they filmed him going up, and apparently it's a very nerve-wracking experience to even watch it. So with friends last time, I too felt anxious, but having them around kind of made it feel easier to face. Yeah, when we've got friends with us, a lot of things just feel easier. We need to go up there. We need to jump from this. Do a swing. And we're in. Okay. Alright, we've got plenty of that. That's pretty much buggered. Loadout system. Okay, thanks for the tutorial. Let me do my thing. Is a craft master to have it repaired? We can't do that because we don't have a craft master. That'll do. Only trust the harness for some ability to move my body in the environment. I don't think I've ever tried rock climbing or anything like that before.
Can you hear me? I'll meet you soon. Here I come.
It does seem suitably terrifying. Oh, this is fresh. Our weapon is destroyed. Let's just scream something bad is about to happen. I'm guessing it's an autosave, so we'll have to hope for the best. I tried it once when I was young on a rock wall. How did you find it? Did you enjoy it? Well, this looks promising.
Hey, is anybody there?
All the blood and bones really adds to the atmosphere. Really like what they've done with the place. Oh, and all the claw marks and blood on the walls too. Yeah, that's perfect. Can we leave already? There's no items to pick up as well. I did at the time because I wanted to get on the top, but I couldn't actually get up there. Fair enough. It's the same when lights go off in the basement. I almost can't move. Guess out of fear of hitting a wall or spiders. I still don't know why everyone's so scared of spiders. They're more terrified of us than we are of them most of the time. I don't think I'd do it again now. I was watching this, it was like a short little video about some bodybuilders and a factory worker. So he worked in some kind of... He was basically moving cement bags. And the bodybuilders are obviously huge and jacked and they worked out. But they were struggling to move one bag of cement, whereas this warehouse worker who didn't look that strong, he'd pick it up easily and just move it around like it was nothing. So when it comes to your rock climbing example, it's more a case of it's not necessarily about strength, it's about have you used your body in that way before. And if you do it a lot, then you'd probably be able to do it easily.
Oh, shit. This doesn't look good.
No shit, Sherlock. But we're committed now. Oh, look at that. Tunnel of corpses. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, shit.
Are you alright?
Fucker bit me.
A volatile. Lots of those fuckers in the sewers. Let's get to the light, quickly.
Where's Mia?
Later. We have to move. Resist it. It'll pass.
Surprised it hits the bloodstream that quickly. We got bit like 20 seconds ago. So I don't think I'd do it again now. It's funny because when I was with family another time, my niece was the only one trying to climb. I couldn't do it. My niece must think I'm a scaredy cat now. If you meet a grass spider, they will chase you even if they are small. That is true. Isn't the feel of accidentally touching a spider web just gross? Not really. There's like spider webs in my bedroom as well. I can see them in the corners. I touch spider webs all the time here, since there are so many places with them. Yeah, pretty much the same. Annoying peeling them off. It is annoying when you're trying to go somewhere and you have to peel off spider webs, but if they're just sort of in the environment, it's usually fine. Funnily enough, when I was young and I was walking somewhere, I don't remember where, and I had a book, and I had the book open, I was reading, and I walked directly into a massive spider web with one of those St. Andrews spiders, the really big ones. They're not like dangerous or anything, they're just big and they make really big webs. So I walked directly into the web and it was all over my face and everything. I'm just like, ugh. I'm just there peeling the thing off and there's like a spider running around on my hand. I'm just like flicking that off. That's why I don't read while walking anymore, because I learned the hard way not to do that. We're just going to let him be tortured while we look for loot. We take that? No. I love how it's giving him prompts saying this is how you fight and save his life, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, loot. I definitely get a panic reaction when I run into one. Not like crying, shaking, but it's fight or flight, fair enough. I feel like I walk into one every other day when I go to feed the animals, since they're all shrubs where they like to stay. True that. Hey Grumpy, it's been a long time. I am enjoying it so far, but I already knew I would to an extent because I enjoyed Dying Light 1 so much. Or Faye's names, I love it. Don't worry about it, buddy. The strange colors on the edge of your vision, it's not important. I get that too when I stand up too quickly sometimes. The joke, by the way, I don't have that problem. Coming back with the boss. No, not the boss. Not Mindy. I know she's having a bad day. Oh dear. We're dealing with cancer. Oh, damn. I really hope that things improve with that, but wow, that's a lot. Definitely happy to have you here, but you gotta take care of your health. That's priority one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let him go.
You're gonna make us let him go, punk? I'd sure like to see you do that. Bring it!
Press and hold the block button. Block at the last moment to do a perfect parry, basically. I don't think any of these are perfect. There we go. We only get one hit. Oh, fun times. Hey buddy, how you doing? Too far away. You were saying? There we go. A new combat skill. Game's gonna force us to upgrade. Perfect guard. I think I'll live with my fear, thanks. Fair enough. Diagnosed with inoperable tumor New Year's Eve and just have gone through photo therapy to stop it. Couldn't face zombie gaming. Sorry to hear that, my dude. I don't want to say anything. How do I phrase this? I can't just say get well soon because that is almost facetious. You're dealing with something that's very intense and it deserves a degree of respect that it is more serious than just, oh, get well soon. But all I can say is I hope you're getting the best treatment you can and you're able to power through it as best you can. And yeah, what happens, happens. But I definitely hope it's going to be a good outcome for you. So that's what I'll say there. No worries. No worries, Grumpy. Okay. These guys had some loot, which is good. Got money, which is also good.
Who was that?
There's no time. In my pocket. I left you something.
You'd think these guys would have searched his pockets first.
Access key. The Peacekeepers, they found it. We cannot lose it.
You were gonna tell me what happened to my sister. Where's Mia?
You will go to Fisheye. There, ask for a girl named Lawan. Give that to her. With it and her help, you'll learn. You will learn everything. Understand? Protect it. If Waltz gets his hands on it, the whole city, everyone will die.
Waltz? Is Waltz here?
He is. They're coming. You hear that? Renegades. Run.
We'll go together.
Take this.
All right, let's go.
What the fuck? There's our lost lamb, and he's not alone. We can fix that. Slaughter him.
This guy is sounding so crazy. I mean, sure, it's the end of the world, but not even Mad Max characters talk like these dudes. Vault to increase mobility in combat. Run a staggered enemy to vault over them. Okay, that's great. Vault kick another enemy. Foundation of parkour combat. I am not going to be good at parkour combat. Well, we figured out the power attack. See, this is why I don't like vaulting over them, because suddenly an enemy's directly behind me. Come on. Come get some. Wait, what? Was I like floating for a second?
Run! It hurts.
Where are we running to? Exactly, my dude?
Let's get the fuck out.
Tahir, are you there? Do you have my key?
It's Walt. We have to run.
But I'm looking for him.
You idiot. He'll kill you if he finds you.
Dylan!
Fuck. Get to the vent. This way. You first.
What are you doing?
Waltz can't get the GRE key, remember.
What? Let me out!
Fish high. The one. Go! Damn the traitor!
You're right, they do sound like the Borderlands nut jobs.
Hey, fellas.
Let him go. Why did you betray me?
This key is not yours. You can't.
Where is it?
In here.
This is the end. I'm sorry.
Getting misty?
Not really. You're only dying. Before 0 hour, my grandfather raised horses. Beautiful rare breeds.
I love them dearly. One day his most beloved horse fell off the slope and broke his leg. I thought Grandpa would help him, but he just pulled out his pistol and put it in my hand. He told me, "You're doing it for him." Then he pressed my finger on the trigger. I screamed. I wanted my grandfather to die. But years later I realized what must be done must be done.
How does he not see us?
No choice, my friend. Someone's here. In the vent! Get it!
So it sounds kind of gruesome, that horse story that he told, but my understanding is there's a certain leg in the horse's, a certain bone in the horse's leg, which if that is broken, it can't heal. Which means that's why they sometimes have to put them down. Legitimately the same. I think he's still on him. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get into the city proper. And then I'm going to wrap up stream just after we get to that point. Primarily because it's getting early. It's getting late. And I am now... I used to weekend max, where I would stay up as late as possible to maximize my weekend time and so forth, but then as I've been focusing more on getting healthy, I realize how important sleep is, so I don't weekend max anymore. Got to get that glue, absolutely. Or surprisingly enough, Jello is made out of, well, gelatin, and horses' hooves used to be used to make it. I guess people used to live down here before it got all flooded and abandoned.
What's happening?
Come on, buddy. Nearly there. We all get leg cramps from time to time, not the end of the world. And bingo, bango, bongo. We'll wait for it to finish loading and make sure it auto-saves, but I think that's a pretty good stopping point. One too many energy drinks, buddy.
Who the fuck is this?
He doesn't have a biomarker.
Oh, what?
He's fucking turning!
Kill him! Quick! No! Hang him! Let's watch the fucker die!
Friendly crowd.
What did I do? Fucking straight! Wouldn't it be faster to dash him through on the show?
Well, that escalated quickly. This is pretty much every introvert's worst nightmare. Is that you go to a club, you don't know anyone, and then they just lynch you.
He's about to turn. What's his problem? Thought it was a sleazy fish. He's an outsider. He must be killed. He's with me. You got that?
Didn't I tell you not to go anywhere without me, eh? Didn't I fucking tell you?
Who the fuck are you?
They'll tell you about. Shh, not now.
And this is the extrovert who adopts the introvert. We all love these guys.
Yana, get the inhibitors.
What the fuck is it?
Dr. Terry, will you? Bring him here. Ah, fuck.
Random dude coming in clutch. I know, right? So what you're saying is my fear of clubs is not irrational. Is not irrational. It's not. It really isn't. Anytime you go to a party or a club and you don't know anyone there, this can happen. Well, if we use this as a metaphor, this can happen. I don't think anyone's actually going to do it.
Hakon? Kill him, Hakon. Kill him before I do it for you.
Oh, whoa. Relax. Breathe. Seems he hasn't turned.
Seems? Hakon, I don't want that here.
You've come back to us. Blink if you understand.
My head.
You were on the verge of turning, but UV light and inhibitors pulled you back. The bat helped too, of course.
You meet a new friend who stabs you with drugs. I mean, what new friend doesn't stab you with drugs? You know what I'm saying?
Keep it that way.
Guy almost kills us all and you're chatting him up?
Good. Relax. They're frightened. You almost destroyed their workshop. We need to move out. Can you walk?
But I don't understand. Where are we going?
To a safe place.
I gotta get to the fisheye.
The fisheye. Without the biomarker, you won't get near it.
What the hell is that?
Biomarker monitors the disease's progression in the dark. That's your ticket into the city. Without it...
Hey, Mizuki, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream?
You don't know when you'll turn. You need a biomarker, and I know where to find one. Come on.
He's turning again.
Relax. Everything's under control. It'll be fine, hey? You're weak. Take a minute. Drink.
Seriously? What next? Maybe we should
That's
draw
good to
him a
hear.
bath.
Sounds pretty cozy to me, ladies. Maybe next time.
Get banned, Hakon.
I like this Hakon guy.
Why are you helping me?
Let's get to know each other and find out. You go first. Where'd you get all those?
None of your business.
You're careful. Good. You live longer. You a real pilgrim? Or did you steal that badge?
I was a pilgrim.
An hour to dusk.
I'm serious, Hakon. He's not staying the night here.
Here. Your weapon and your radio. Not even a pilgrim could get by without that. Come on. Let's go.
Friendly bunch. Alright then, let me catch up on chat real quick. I also need to go to raid and run though because I gotta sleep. No worries, Mizuki. Thank you so much for popping through with the raid. Let me do the shout out, but if you need to run, grab them Z's. Thanks so much, Mizuki. Reznov. Let me just catch up real quick. I mean, that would be the good part. Oh, his brain is broken. Good lord, I don't even want to think about how that would play out. But anyways, yeah, so thanks so much for the raid. Totally cool if you need to raid and run, grab some sleep. And yeah, we'll go on a little bit longer because I want to get to the end of this section, whatever's going on. And then I'll wrap things up and we'll raid out and then I'll get my sleep as well. But we can't stop now. That NPC looks just like Reznor from Black Ops. Okay. I haven't played that game before, but he does seem pretty cool.
The canteen is there, in the center, past the chemical dumps.
I need to get there.
Too bad. Only way to go is through the tunnel. They protect it like a portal to the fucking Valhalla. Near impossible to get through.
It's my specialty. Where's the tunnel?
Not so fast, cowboy. You won't get far without a biomarker. You are a threat to everyone. And you've already seen how people in Villador react to a threat.
Well, can you help me? You seem to be familiar with the city.
I've lived in this city since before the world got fucked up. I could help you, but you need a biomarker. You won't get far without it. Where are you from? Pretty far, I guess.
About 2,000 kilometers.
Oh, shit. How the heck did you not get infected?
That's easy. Didn't let him bite me.
Here it's different. Here we're all infected. Heard of Haran? They isolated Villador too. They built walls. They locked us in. Turned out to be the thing that saved us.
And how do you get a biomarker?
You can't get them. Unless you know the right people. And I do. Let's go. By the way, I'm Hakon.
I'm Aiden.
Nice to meet you, Aiden. Welcome to paradise.
One heck of a battery on these things if they've lasted for 15 years.
Over here.
I swear, kids these days are always running. Oh, I thought these were like chamomile and stuff that we could pick up, but apparently not.
Oh, you do know the moves.
I was in the military.
Special unit?
For 7 years. I even liked it, except when I didn't. For insubordination, got blacklisted and they zeroed my bank account. Ended up driving a cab.
Ouch. How the mighty have fallen.
Fuck you! At least I got to know my way around the city. Oh, come on!
Wait, what? Wait. Wait for my stamina to deplete.
Without an inhibitor, you won't last.
Didn't I smash everything in sight last time you gave it to me?
That was just the first time. But then it gets better. If you survive, of course. Catch!
You're telling me I could have died?
If I hadn't given it to you, you would have died anyway.
So, why are you helping me?
I know people are generally scared of you guys. But one pilgrim saved my life.
I was a pilgrim. Now I'm infected. It'll be much harder to travel.
Then welcome to your new beginning, my friend. Check out this place. They're like treasure chests. Usually got good stuff in them. Check it out. I'll wait.
A, Roof Grove. Okay.
People hide a lot of things in places like this. In case someone can't make it back to a shelter before dark.
Oh, you're not kidding. This is a lot of good stuff here. Almost expecting chickens as well. I find it interesting that they've moved civilization up on the rooftops. It makes total sense given what's going on, but yeah, I just find it interesting. Alright. It wants one more thing.
What's that?
Crystals. Someone must have stashed them here. They formed after the chemicals were dumped on us. Some believe they delay infection. Folk superstition.
So you don't collect them?
Sure I do. Superstitious people pay a fortune for them. And I am always happy to take someone's cash. There's one specific chest I'm after. Come on, let me show you. Come on. Stop.
So, you have an army here?
The peacekeepers. They treat people like that too. Watch out for them. They guard the tunnel you want to go through.
Tell me more about them.
They consider themselves righteous protectors. They are good at killing infected, so you got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, pretty efficient killers.
Yeah, but their righteousness comes with a price. Always remember this. You either play by their rules or you're fucked. Their protection of the bazaar is more like an occupation.
On the trail, I met a lot of tough guys who talked about the new order. It always seemed like the same old shit to me.
Yeah, it's like that here too. And the PKs are getting worse.
I'll proceed with caution.
Good. Though it might not help. The PK are a pain. Seriously riling up the bazaar folks. The bazaar is a box of dynamite one spark away from blowing up.
Hey, are we going? You wanted to show me something?
Sure. Follow me. Almost there. I hope there are no surprises.
Famous last words.
It's getting dark. They are about to wake up. Quickly, open the chest. In return, we'll get your biomarker. Fuck. Thieves.
Wait.
No, leave it. Mess up that lock and everything's fucked anyway.
Enough for a biomarker?
Where'd you get that? I've been all over this city more than most, but even I haven't seen working GRE equipment for years.
I can't say much, but a former GRE scientist, Dylan, gave it to me. A guy named Waltz killed him. And before he died, Dylan gave me the key to keep it from Waltz. Contains important information,
Hopefully,
apparently.
no surprise to literally the harbinger of red flags. 100%.
We'll have to find out more at the fisheye.
We'll have to see, won't we? Fuck me. We took too long. Plan B. Run like hell.
It's go time.
Aiden! Are you there?
I'm okay. Okay, I think.
We need to find the UV lamp. The bazaar. We can make it. Follow me, quick.
You'd hope that if you had the infection, the zombies would recognize you as one of their own and not kill you. But no, we're just meat to them. I guess we're running.
They're close. Go on.
I wish I could run faster.
Over there, toward the light. Can you hear that? We're almost there. A bit further. Open up. Hello. Stand in the light.
Hakon,
Come on. Open up now.
oh shit, there's a lot of them.
Biomarkers.
Oh, come on. Stop being such a bastard already.
Biomarkers.
Come on. Help me.
I said biomarkers.
Here.
And his?
He's with me.
I have to see his biomarker.
Let us just inside the door at
I
least.
need to see his biomarker.
How about some electronics, huh? Fucker! Open up! Oh. You piece of...
Well, that's not good.
We need to get to Killian. There's no time. Run, Ethan!
Let's not forget that dude, because he left us to die.
Quick! They almost got us. Don't look back. Run! Faster!
And this is why you never skip leg day.
More of the maiden.
Is this really as fast as I can run? This is so slow. Seriously.
We'll be safe there. Killian, it's me. Open up.
No friends here, huh?
Killian, keep them busy. Killian, fuck, Killian, come on. Killian! Trip over my body this morning and get killed! Asshole! Stop them!
Slicey, slicey. Oh, we got more of them. No. Down.
Shit, there's a lot of them.
No.
Oh, he did it.
I doubt we're done. Trouble loves company.
No. Go down.
Hakon, get us in there!
Killian!
Man, this stamina is annoying. No. Down.
Is that all of them?
I don't think we can take any more.
Help me.
We're so fucked.
Now we're cooking with gas.
God damn it, Killian. Should have waited a while longer.
Almost did. Didn't want to clean your guts off my doorstep in the morning. They've left, so can you.
Oh, come on. Stop being such a bastard already. Look at this.
did you? That's rare.
They've got too much of a sense of free will, do this go. No thoughts, head empty. Giving him a Sparta kick. Not a fan of the stamina compared to one. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
I'm a pilgrim.
Haven't been here long, have you? How did you get into town?
I'll tell you everything, just let us in.
I waited for a pilgrim once. He was supposed to... forget it, doesn't matter anymore. What are you up to, Hakon, huh?
I gave him an inhibitor. He survived.
Are you mad?
He needs a biomarker.
Don't have one.
Bullshit.
Seriously.
Motherfucker.
Oh, old war buddies.
The hospital then. I was hoping to avoid it.
Always looking for an easy way, huh, Hakon?
I just need a UV lamp.
I'll come back for you. Hold tight.
Hakon, why are you helping him, huh?
Remember when we used to help people?
Me? Sure. But I doubt you do.
Stay here and rest by the lamp. Don't listen to that dumbass.
Idiot. We used to help people, remember? Sure, I remember, you moron.
I love that.
Fucking cabbie and a mother of mercy all in one. If you could cook, everyone around you said that's what you should do, cook. Life would have been easier. No night runners, no Hakons, no problems.
Alright, that's a good point to call it. Because like I said, I'm still coming back to it. And getting used to things. Not a fan of cooking with gas. It's just the saying. It means that we speed things up. But hopefully after we do a bit more playing of this, we'll unlock some more upgrades, like stamina upgrades and the rest of it. So it should all come out in the wash, I think. But yeah, I am going to wrap things up here. I think it's a good stopping point, and then we'll continue next time. Pretty much where we left off. But yeah, first and foremost, thank you for everyone who came through to watch stream. Thanks again for the raid, Mizuki. We're going to look to see if anyone is on and potentially raid them, or alternatively, raid out to someone else who's in the same category. It just depends what the sitch is, but let me just... Okay, yeah, alright. It's a bit... hang on, is anyone actually playing this game though? Let me just see real quick. Wait, two... Well, a few people are, but... yeah. What we'll do is we'll do a bit of a change in energy and we'll raid out to Pebbles, who's doing Fields of Mystria. Whole different energy, of course. But yeah, we're going to raid out and then I'm going to wrap up and grab some sleep very shortly. And yeah. Once again, thanks for everyone who popped in. Really appreciate it. I will try and stream again tomorrow morning, just because I only really have the weekends. What do you mean? This definitely has comfy games vibes. I mean, it sort of does, kind of, in a strange way, maybe. No, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But no, thanks everyone for popping in. I am going to raid us out, and yeah, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye.